Hey tubers, me again. So I'm looking through Craigslist last night and not in the market for a garden tiller, but this one looked pretty good. You see a little bit of liquid and stuff spilled on it. It's because I trailered it at a big angle like this all the way for the last 40 minutes, but it's one of those Honda engines. There's a choke, there's that. We've all worked on these. I have, anyways. And it looks to be in pretty good shape. Might have a little ding right here, but it hasn't messed up the paint. So, anyways, I just bought it to flip it. So this is just going to be kind of a fun one, you guys. We're gonna wash it up, try to make it look brand spanking new. They're $550, $600 brand new, depending on which box store that you go to. But the paint and everything, the badging is still perfect. I mean, it just looks real good. One thing I just noticed on it though is here's the oil dipstick. I just checked the oil. That stupid thing, and I mean stupid, that dipstick goes down through the gas tank. Is my finger in there? And then that's the part that holds it right there. And I'm sure there's an O-ring right there. What in who must be like, the owner's nephew decided to become an engineer. Like, let's just make a hole in a gas tank and put that dipstick right down through there. What do you think? You're like, oh, that's a great idea, Ernest. Yeah, no. So anyways, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take any money, any parts that we have to buy for it or whatever we will, and then we're gonna turn around and then we're gonna sell it. And I'm hoping to make anywhere between 150 and 200 bucks off my investment. I'll tell you right now, I paid $200 for it. So for normally from 600 bucks, call it 600 bucks plus tax or whatever. Yeah, we're gonna make it all right. We're gonna use it one time and then I'm just gonna get rid of it. So stick around, it'll be fun. Davey boy. Hey, guess what? It was on Craigslist. 200 bucks. That's why I talked them down to. They had it for 400. It's a no-brainer. It's a Honda knockoff, whatever. Great reviews for nothing worse than a 4.5. This one I'm going to do the way I thought Dave's Small Engine Revival was going to be. So I'm starting off at 200 bucks. Anything that we put into it, try to keep track of the time, turn around, sell it, see how much money we can make off of this bad boy. I'm guessing at least 200 bucks, 175 bucks. But yeah, this is what I'm doing today. We just already spent 200 bucks and I'm going to the casino tomorrow, so I don't know. Hey, hope you're having a great day. It is 80 degrees here in beautiful, beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Beautiful. Later. Okay, guys. So I shot the intro for the Rototiller on Friday. It is now Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. And of course, we get guys bringing in stuff. So before we get started on the tiller, I'm just going to show you. I mean, it's just a typical weekend. Normally I wouldn't have the tiller to work on, but so let's see what we got here. This is my intake form. This is, the date, the make, the model, the owner's name, contact information, whatever. And then my assessment, poor, fair, good, excellent, whatever. And then I put notes like when they drop it off. This one here says that the customer installed a new carburetor and it didn't run after that. So it could be something simple. I don't know what motivated him to think that he needed a carburetor to begin with. So, and then always on my intakes is that for a machine to be accepted as running, you must demonstrate its ability. So if they can't get it started, just in case, you know, you say world's worst case scenario is like that I can't do anything with it. This is like, well, it wasn't running when it came in here. So we got an Echo 2520 blower coming in. Here's another one. Customer installed a carburetor and it did not run after that. Again, not net. That's the second machine. Here's a hedger. He wants it sharpened and then replace the missing blade bolts. Everybody knows how we lose those. Not net. Did not get it running when he dropped it off. Echo HC 2020. And that's basically just to cover your own butt, you guys. Here's suspected carburetor issue, same thing. This is for SRM 266T weed whacker. Here's a bog, no run, obviously. Probably, not guaranteeing it, but probably another carburetor issue. That's on an Echo SRM 225. And there's a chainsaw in there too. One of them was this 330T right over there. But I'll get to those later today or whatever. But let's get that tiller up onto the platform here. I got to go get it off the trailer, bring it in here, and then we know that we got to work on the pull rope and stuff right off the bat. So let's do that and we get the tripod all set up. Okay, so I got it off the trailer. Now notice I'm pulling it through the rocks that there's quite a bit of wiggle in these wheels. And it kind of reminds me of legs on a 210 Centurion. I don't know if you guys know what. If you know what a 210 Centurion is, put it in the comments. So when you're coming in and you gotta drop down them, I just call them cricket legs. But anyways, we just want to get this. There. As long as the tines don't get stuck underneath. There we go. Here we go. All right. We get that. Nah, kinda. Whatever. Alright, so we're gonna bring this over here. First thing we gotta do is we gotta take care of that pull rope. So let me put the cart over this way. And this is gonna be another one of those long videos. Live as it happens. So you can see what we do. Alright. So for sure we gotta jack it up. I'm just at the stage. I know that a lot of older guys watch this stuff. And said it 100 times. 63. I am not bending down and working on my knees. So, right, that's up in the air. Let's see here. Okay, we are recording. I lost something. Anyways. All right. We don't need this wrench. I'm not going to be able to save that at all. Let's just cut it. Let's just cut it. Don't care. Won't care. There it goes. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. We are going to reuse this handle though. Let's see. Impact. That looks like what? 8 mil? Let's get our handy dandy little Sunex toolbox out. Get further away so you guys can see. There we go. It's early, you guys. It's so early. Okay, there's just 3 bolts. Trying to get the best zoom for you. Now I'll do a close-up one where I'm ripping this thing apart. Eight. Yep. Pretty easy to remember the orientation just because the badging is right there. I'll lose that bolt. There we go. Alright, so I'm just clearing some stuff off the table over here. Set you up right over here. Let's rebuild that starter real fast. Zoom me out. I did a video a long time ago. Make sure you're in the picture. Did a video a long time ago of like what happens when, what do you call it? You're working on one of these things and the spring just ends up going crazy. There's the old rope. I'm going to add probably, I don't know, 10 inches to that. So, got some pulled cord. There. I'm just sizing it for length. That seems like an awful lot. No, it doesn't. It doesn't go all the way up to the handle, so I don't know what they need the extra for. Just taking a razor blade and cutting that. Get that up out of the way. You see? It's hot. Be careful. And the other end. And just burn it so it doesn't fray. And we don't need this. We don't need the old one anymore. Where did I put that handle, you guys? Here it is. Let's do that first. We need a pick. This little pick to take and pull the rope out. No pin in there. However long we've been, yikes, pulling on that knot. I might need a stronger pick. Nope, there it is. Okay, so we don't need that. For what it's worth, you guys, you can see, kind of see how big the hole is in there. You don't want it to pull through. And so this is the knot that I use. Hold on. I just call it a figure 8. Down like this, around, and then through. So that way when, can you see like the figure 8 looking thing? That way when you pull it tight, there's a big giant knot on the end so that it won't pull through. And then that little piece of the rope, turn on the light. That little piece of the rope will keep it from pulling through. So we're just gonna undo that. Put this through. I'm doing this through the camera. This is like one of my least favorite things. Because if you're looking through the camera, you can't really see what your hands are doing. Right. So there's that. There's a figure 8 knot. And we're just going to take and pull that all the way through. That way it's not sticking on your hand. The knot's down in there. Boom. Done. Alright. So here's where the knot hole is, where that string's got to come through right over there. So when you take in, it's going to take and feed this up through. You can kind of see. You're going to feed this up through. Bring this over. And I'm going to try to line it up. See, it already came through. And this one here, you just need to do it like a regular knot. Leave a little bit of a tail so it won't pull through. As long as it doesn't interfere with any of the mechanics, we don't care. So there's that. Then to wind up the spring, pull out some of the rope. I don't know if we're going to be able to get around these little corners. See how tight that space is? Let's see what happens. Come on. It just barely wants to go. But here. Yeah, I can do it. I could show you a super trick for doing recoils. All I'm doing is like, I'm just pulling that hard to get it past those little edges that I just showed you. Oops. So I'll do this probably about halfway. All I'm doing is like, I'm just winding up the spring, okay? This would be so much faster if we weren't doing videos, but nobody's going to get anything out of it if we don't. So now I'm going to see, because it's all twisted, I'm going to take and pull this inside. Pull this inside a little bit, and then you can see that it's already starting to wind up the rope. Probably about, I don't know, that's how much is still needs to be, call it tensioned or wound up in there. So I'll pull out the last little bit. Get out of there. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting these little things. I'm thinking maybe just 2 more, 3 more ought to do it. Right, take out the thing. There it is. I hate it when they hang out like that, so I want to give it a little bit more tension just so that the handle never does that. Pull out a little slack. I'm going to give it one more wind up. Pull it around. Pull it around. Pull it around. That's it. 100%. Done. What do you think? Okay. Didn't get much easier than that. Then again, it's like my dad always said, questions are only hard when you don't know the answer. So now we can take and put this back on. Everything looks good in here. It's just got a little bit of dust. No big deal. We'll end up power washing this bad boy. There's the holes. Badging is lined up straight that way. I'm just going to get a washer. Get that one started. Get this one started. Yeah, guys, when I first saw this on, because I really don't know too much. I don't know too much about tillers. Duh. I don't know too much about a lot of stuff, but anyways, this the ad on Craigslist said that it was a $1,200 tiller. I'm like, who in their right mind's gonna pay? I mean, that would be like a commercial, a big boy, you know, not something that you buy at Lowe's or whatever. Okay, we're there. Yeah, and it was for sale for $400. And the 2 pictures that they had on this thing was, you know, they had a picture of it looking like this, which, I mean, it looked pretty decent. But they also took and put a picture of the manual. Let me grab that. Doing some electrical. So anyways, they had this manual, and then just by the ad, I could see this, and I zoomed it in, and I could see what it was, and I looked up the model number. Well, it's not a $1,200 tiller. It's more like if you got it at Lowe's and you used a credit card, it was $550. $560, something like that. And if you just bought it without using a Lowe's credit card, it was $600. So I texted the person selling it. Let me turn that on. I texted the person selling it the morning I was supposed to go and get it, and said, like, you know what? So like, I don't think I'm gonna go. I looked up the model number. It's not really what you represented it to be, and blah blah blah. So it's like I was looking for a smoking deal. The only way I think I could do anything with it is like, you know, like maybe $300, but then I'd have to take it to a shop because you said that the carburetor was messed up. So like, I told her I told the person, you know, so like, well, I need to drop it off to a shop, and they told me it would be $65 plus parts, and you know, we're going back and forth with the texts and everything, and she goes, yeah, he goes, I heard it would be like $99, and I go, well, I can't pay, you know, whatever. So anyways, bottom line, $200. That's what I got this for. So originally from $400 down to $200. We're gonna fix it, flip it, and then put it back out there with a 90-day warranty at $400. You don't even get that warranty from, what do you call it? From the store. All right, so next up, let's dive into the carb. I need a break. I'll be right back. All right, so now we're gonna start to take the carburetor apart because I know that however long it sat that it's gonna be gummed up or whatever. We're gonna try, like, once we get it off, and I'm gonna try not to dump that bowl. I want to see what's in the bottom of that bowl. I don't want the gas all flowing out and everything. So those look like maybe 10 or 12s on the. There's a 10. Yep, there's a 10. So we're going to take these off, like I said. And I'm going to try to do a better job of not standing in front of the camera for you guys. So we shall see. There's this. This little capture nut. There's a filter. I don't need that right now. I don't know how this bad chicken comes off. Those two nuts are off of there. I don't want to break nothing. This is up in there. Almost looks like this would pop off or something, right? What am I missing? Oh man, we're losing. Look, that's motor oil and gas already coming out of that bowl. But that could be from me when I was transporting it. Oh, you never know. You just never know. Am I missing a bolt or a screw or something? Why won't that just pop off? Look around up on top. It's wiggly. I don't know. Everybody always does something just a little bit different. Real time, guys. Real time. Zombie, you're an idiot. There's that. There's that. This should just come right out all by itself. I can see where that air intake goes right there. I'm not trying to take the whole carb off. I'm just trying to take this plastic cover off. And it feels like something's holding it. I don't know, I might have to stop the camera. Figure this out. Why won't you come right off of there? Nope, it won't. Alright, there's gonna be a bolt or something that I can't see. Maybe let's look down from the top. Now I'm looking through the camera. Oh, looky there. Looky there, right there. Alright, so what is that? Phillips? Can't see. Alright. We get set back up here, guys. I'm just gonna get a screwdriver. Come on, damn it. Look like a Phillips. Got a long P2. Take that out. There it is. I'm going to keep all these parts together. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that me doing the transport and everything, that's how all that oil got down in there. There's another one right here. So it looks like this part just comes right up and off. Won't that be nice? Oh. There it is. Checking for, yeah, there's a little rubber gasket right here. You see that? A little rubber gasket on here. So we don't want to lose that. Don't want to mess that up. Put that off to the side. So it looks like this nut. There's that. Looks like this nut right here is going to be the last thing to take off. Then we can get this whole assembly off of there. What is it? It's another 10. I got a little tray over here that I'm keeping all my parts in, you guys. There's that. So there's a gasket on there. We'll leave that. We're going to have to like carb spray all this stuff out. I am 100%. Well, think of it this way. We just lubed up all the moving parts. Gotta love it. So I'm sure that's from me transporting it like that. Ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. I need to take and pinch off this gas line. I don't want to mess up that specialty gasket. I'm going to slide this a little bit forward. Now you guys have seen me do this one a bunch. Sometimes, like, if you can't get this to come out, you know, to get past all the different things, there's the throttle, and then that governor assist spring. You can put a jack nut and a nut, and then just take one of these studs out of there, and your life will be a lot easier. But we already got the throttle by pulling it forward, turning the throttle, and that one popped right out. Now we're just going to take out the, can you see? We're going to take out the little governor assist spring. I'm just using a pick. Come on, baby. Oh, okay. So the linkages are all disconnected now. I think there's a little bit of fuel in there. Not positive. But I really don't need to make any more messes than we already are. Zoom you in. We got that. You got that clamp to undo right there, and then I'm going to put a pair of forceps or whatever on this fuel line here. If it leaks a little, it is what it is. Ouch. We got these monster ones. Got a pair of pliers. Let's see. These are just my monsters. Can you see my monsters? Too bad there's not a fuel shut off. Yeah, that's a doggone shame. I don't know if that's going to be enough pressure to stop it. Taking the gas cap. Oh yeah, that's old gas. Oh, and there's a ton in there. Well, it's there. I won't be able to bend it up to stop it. Maybe a container? What the? I'm not going to reuse it anyway, so. I know. Rethink it. Somebody's out there saying, why don't you just take and put a pair of vice grips on it? Probably Terrell. Terrell watches all my stuff. He's smart. Alright, here's this. I don't wanna mess nothing up. Know what I'm saying? Okay. That looks good. Now I'm just gonna reach under here. Get over there. Just sliding that clamp back. And I got special pliers to break that loose. Not that one. Not that one. Where are you? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And today's video is not brought to you by this guy, but his name is PJ. You hear me talking about it all the time. Anyways, check this out. You guys want to save money on tools and stuff? Go there. Go there. I'd like to give a shout out to guys that are helpful. All right. So, can you see? Let me see what you're seeing. There, you can see that. You don't need to be zoomed in anymore. It's just barely dripping. So now we got the carburetor off. There's another gasket back there. Do not want to mess this up. I bet I can put a dowel or something in there. What do you think? I don't have one real close. Maybe. Can I put a big fat bolt in there? Oh, that oil line is all messed up. Oh, come on. Get in there. I'm gonna get that in there far enough so that, there. See what I did there? I just stuck a bolt in that gas line. I can smell that old gas. Smells like death. I'm just putting that gasket back on there. Everything else looks copacetic. Throttle. Remember that weed chipper or that wood chipper that we just did, you guys, with the bad governor linkage? That was kind of a fun one. It's the exact same setup. All that stuff, all those mechanics and stuff are right up underneath that gas tank. So, look at this. That's the oil breather tube. Can you see that? That's the oil breather tube. Let's pick you up. That's all split. It goes to the back of the carb. So we'll probably end up replacing that with something. I don't know what. Or just put some tape around it. It's just for, whoops. Put some tape around it. It's just for, you know, sucking up the fumes, but We shall see. All right, let's get over here. Let's do this. I'm gonna put you over here on the other side since I'm right-handed. Let's just go through this carburetor real fast. There's all our carburetor. Go! Dropped it. Get rid of this. There's that. If I don't find that gasket right now, I'll forget about it. There it is. Real life. Dropping crap. Okay, that goes there like that. There's that. Cover up my cigarettes because people should not smoke. Alright. Here it is. Very typical Honda. Clean that up. Like I said, I can still smell. And this is Hawaii. Whatever. That's the brand. 107. Nothing dangerous around here. I'm just inspecting like all the little holes and stuff, you guys. Look at that, look at that. Doesn't really look that bad. Let me put some carb spray on there. Make sure there's nothing around here that carb spray gets on a lens or... Probably could use a brush or something on it. I don't care. Let's just shoot it with a little bit of air. Compressor's right beside you guys, so. Alright, I'm just getting a wrench. That's also a 10 mil. Don't forget, we want to see what's inside of here. So, let's do this. Yep. A little bit of oil down in there. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, it's got a bunch of crap in it. So that's more than just the oil, you guys. Just gonna wipe it out. Set that, hold that on there. A little more curb spray. 5 as it happens. If you guys don't like these long ones, first of all, don't even watch them. But if you do like them, you need to take and, leave a comment and say, like, you know what? I kind of do. I kind of do like that stuff, zombie. So, it looks a whole lot better in there now. You can see there's a little bit of caca over there on the side. But I think just a Q-tip and some carb spray is going to get that. We'll put this in there and let it rest. Put it on towel. Easy peasy. Alright, well, it looks like that float is sitting except for one problem. It is stuck. There's absolutely no movement on that needle. It's spring loaded, right? We're looking right here. It's spring loaded, and the float is frozen. It's not moving at all. So we're going to take and get that pin out of there. Don't drop it. Take the float off. Whoops. Take the pin out. Drop this over here. And we're going to take and get this float out of here. Oh man. We're going to have to put some, we're going to have to pry that out. We're going to have to pry that out because it can't just slide it by. Alright. Okay, it's only been a minute, you guys. I had somebody walk up. Had to do that social thing. So we are still trying to see what it is. I think it's spring loaded. I get that. Oops, wait a minute. Get that it's the needle, but I can't just take and push the float this way because that little piece right there is stopping it, because I got to disengage it from there. So I don't want to break this. I don't care too much about the needle because I'm pretty sure that I've got more of those. So I'm thinking maybe just try to take a screwdriver and gently lift up on that needle and see if I can't get that thing to move. That's the plan of attack. Yeah, that one's a little bit bigger. Zoom in, because when I break this, you guys are going to want to be the first ones there. I'll try to keep it in the picture. Trying real hard, fellas. Won't need that air. Ooh, that might be a thought. Maybe shoot a blast of air in through there to. No. Come on. Use your head. Use your head. Okay, I'm guessing this is going to be in the picture. I need more light. Sucks getting old. Can't see nothing. That is not budging. That's not budging. What can we do? What can we do? If I pry on it, it's going to make it go sideways. I'll probably end up ruining it. This is not a stopping point for sure. That has to come out of there. Let's try pliers. Let's try some pliers. Ouch. I just crashed into that thing. Okay, these pliers have got some teeth on them. You don't usually see this too much. Oop, got it. I don't think that's rust. That's just a bunch of crap. But that will definitely cause a problem. So for sure, we have to pay some attention to that right there. I think I just shot the camera. No biggie. I'm gonna pinch that with my fingers. Crap. Might have to zoom me out just a little bit. What I want to do is I want to take and shoot some carb spray through there and see if I can't get it to jump out of where that that needle was. It's not budging. Not doing nothing. Come on. Come on, baby. Lift something. So it's clogged right at this elbow. It's clogged right at that elbow to come up through there. Let's take a flashlight. The way it should work is if you see that needle, I'll put my hand behind it. I'm trying to light it up. If you see that needle, that's rubber on the end. That should be a full metal seat down on the bottom. So I shouldn't have to worry about anything down there. I should be able to put a little wire through there and at least get it started. Get the cleaner started. Break out my trusty my hippie cleaners from HIPAA. I don't know if this will. Kind of helps a little. I don't know. Whatever that black tar was in the other end. You know what? We don't have a lot of time to be dicking around with this. Let's just hit it with a ton of air. .130 psi coming at you. You see my hand was right up over the top of that. Where's my hand? And it blew out a bunch of crap. So let's put it back down through here and see if it comes out. It might just be zoomed in a little too much. Take you out just a little bit. So we're looking for carb spray to come out of there. I can smell the death, the old gas. Looky there, looky there. Okay, so we got that. Let's see if I can do this so you can see. Look right down over in there. Come on. It's coming out. Definitely coming out. Now we got a good stream. Probably all we're gonna need. Go down in here. Oh yeah, big time. Okay. I can live with that. I can totally live with that. I don't know what that crap is. There's all that. Alright, so while we're at it, that was dumb. There's that idle air thing down in there. I don't know what I'm supposed to use on that to get that out of there. Just a screwdriver? Yeah, that'll work. You guys in the picture? Do it with me so my hands aren't in the way. Yeah, we're just going to clean this out. Lift that up. That part looks good. Put a little spray down in there. If I line it up with a hole, it should come out of the barrel. There it is. See it? That's clean, clean, clean. And just clean this stuff off, you guys. Dope. Yeah, these little HIPAA cleaners that come in with your tools, your carburetor tools, do come in handy. Make sure I got one small enough. This looks like the smallest one. More air. Need more air, I'm telling you. Looks pretty clean down in there. It's got flat edges so it can set against that little spot right. Turn on the light. Right there. So that flat edge will sit against there. And then where the thread pokes out on the other side, that will set the throttle when it's at idle. We'll revisit that. I'm just kind of guessing. I'm guessing that's where it was from before. There's choke. There's throttle. Okay. Looking good. I can see down inside of there for that emulsion tube. I should be able to. Nope. Does not want to unscrew. Let me find a better screwdriver. What do we got? What do we got? And square. See if we can get that tube out of there. Let's double check it. See the slot? That's what I'm trying to get the screwdriver down in there to pull that tube. But it's brass, so if it's not going to come easy, I'm not going to force it. Come on. I think I got it. It was just like so much junk from the rest of that stuff, you guys. If we can actually, we can see what's in there. Might be able to reach in from here. I know Bruce uses a Allen wrench. Push that down. There we go. Nope. Yep. There she be. Alright. That's just a little superficial cleaning with the carb spray. Set that off to the side. Now we got to go through all these. Let me see. Just don't know if I have that. There's a little hole that goes up through the middle of this thing, you guys. I keep telling myself I want to get a little set of those little teeny tiny drill bits. But I never do. So I'll put this back behind. Okay. So we got that clear. You can see through there. So fuel can get up through there. We need to clean these. Getting crowded. We're put the carb spray in here. I'm going to plug the back, and then you see how many of those jets, those little holes. Oh, that looks great. I'm just rotating it. You can see them spraying. You see one clogged. Yeah. Let's see what we got. I think these are all going to be. Nope. There we go. All right. They go all the way through. The holes go all the way through. With my old eyes, though, this sucks. Alright, I'm just gonna, I'll show you one. This is what I'm doing. See those little holes? It's like I'm taking this cleaner and I'm going through. And I gotta clean them all out. There's like all the way up through there, and then 90 degrees. There's some more up the top. So I'm just gonna pause while I'm doing that because you guys are probably already, why is he showing all of this? What's going on with this crazy old guy? Doesn't he know we got better things to do? No. How would I know that? Okay, I'm going to finish cleaning this up, and then I'll be back. So, I got all this cleaned up. That's ready to go back in. And the other thing, remember, was this was stuck in there. That's the needle. So we're going to take and try to reuse that because I don't think I have one exactly like that. And then for as bad as all this crap here in the middle, that's where the fuel has to get past it. But any junk that's like right on, when you're looking straight at it, that's on like the 4 points right there, right there, right there, and then around the outside. That's what's going to keep it from actually, if it closes up and it seats, it won't let any more fuel in it. So it's got to be able to move up and down. So I'm just going to take and clean this stuff up. I've been hitting it with some carb spray. And before we actually go back and install it, we're going to check and make sure that it's going to have the proper clearance that it needs. So I'm just using my fingernail. The stuff's pretty loose. I'll show you in a second. The stuff's pretty loose just from hitting it with a carburetor spray. And that's another thing, if you guys are just starting off, the veterans, that when you're thinking ahead of like what else is going to be coming up next, if you need to hit something with like penetrating oil or whatever, try to do whatever you can to shorten the amount of time that you're going to be spending on this stuff. Because usually you just want to get in there, get it done, get it back together, make it run, and if it's for a customer or if it's for yourself, that you don't have a lot of downtime. So, but then again, you could also be like one of those ones, like where you find a great deal, you bring it home, and then you put it out in the shed. And then you decide someday that you want it or you got to get rid of it or something. Anticipate your next moves is what I'm saying. All right, so that's looking pretty decent. It does have a little bit of discoloration. I'm okay with the way that the seat is looking. Let's take and drop it in here. Still has a little bit of resistance. The spring will probably overcome that, but I want it to be able to just drop in and fall out. Is what I'm looking for. Just gonna take a razor blade. I'm gonna scrape the side. That's where I think it's hanging up. That is my Huawei, Huayi. That's what my call it Hawaii. That's what my Hawaii expertise is telling me. Let me show you what I'm doing. Because I know I got my stupid hand right in the way. So there it is. I'm just scraping these. I can't do it through the camera. I'm just scraping the edge. So I want it to drop in, seat, and fall out. That's all I'm looking for. There, there, there. No rough edges. Okay, that's all four. Here we go. Should just drop all the way to the bottom. All on its own. And it's not. Oops, sorry. It's not dropping all the way down like I want it to. And we have to take and put something in there to clean that out. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of garbage in there. Maybe a Q-tip on the end of a drill. Oh, I know. Wire brush. Hold on. I wonder if that'll go down in there far enough. Yeah, let's modify this. Son of a... Okay, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to cut the end of this off because I don't want it to change the actual where it seats. So that's pretty flat right now. And now I'm going to take this part. Necessity is the mother of invention. I'm going to cut that. Now, zoom all the way out. I'm going to take and put it in the end of this drill. Let's see what happens. Like I said, I'm just looking for that needle to be able to seat all the way down in there. So let's give it the old what for right here. Still in the picture? Yeah. It should fill up. Because I got my finger over the inlet, the fuel inlet. I'm not pushing down on it at all. I'm not pushing down on it at all because I don't want that wire, like I said, I don't want it to change the shape of where the seat goes. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is what we were looking for the whole time. That's fully seated. Okay. Take it out. Whoops. Set it up right there. Let it go. Drops all the way down. So now we don't have any interference from the inside. We're good. I think we're good. I'm breathing into this right here and holding my finger on there, and it's got a good tight seal. Yeah. I think we're going to be okay with that. Like I said, probably a Q-tip down there too is not going to hurt. Oh, do I have anything like that right here? Let's look and see. I'm just moving the machine out of the way. I'm looking. I don't see one. I'm gonna pause you, and I'm gonna clean that seat out a little bit better, and then when I get back, just assume that it's been done. Okay, done. Let's put it back together now. We've cleaned everything that we can. Where's the stupid float? Okay, here's the stupid float. I'm not going to attempt to do that through the camera because that spring will shoot off and I'll never find it. Okay, holding the spring down with my finger. Slide it in here. Goes all the way back. You watching? Gonna line up that needle down through there. I'm gonna take the pin. Put the pin back in. You see? There's that. That should be right about there. Right there is where it should be, but it's going all the way up in. That's not good. Doggone it. So that means what's going to happen is, like, so the fuel is flowing, right? And when it goes up there, that's supposed to shut it off. Well, it's not going to shut it off. The fuel's going to keep on running inside of it. And then it's going to come up through here. Then it's going to go down inside the intake. And next thing you know, like your crankcase, your oil level will end up being real super high because all that gasoline just went down inside the crankcase. So I really need a new one of these. Is that the deal? Well, let me ask myself something here. That's how it goes. Whoops, sorry. That's how it goes. That goes all the way up. I don't want to take the time to stop and go back and look at the video. If I go like this, I'm just double checking myself, boys. I'm actually looking to see if somebody else was in here and if it would end up being upside down, because that's letting it in and that's seated right there. But I don't know if the bowl will go on that far down. It will not. So that's not upside down. What I just did is upside down. All right. We're going to have to go digging and see if we can find another one of those with a better seat. Another needle. So, time out. So here's what I learned. Okay, there it is. It's pretty much like this. The spring is the secret. The spring is the magic on this. So if you look over, so when it's asking for fuel, it's upside down now. So when it's asking for fuel, the float drops down and it lets fuel come in up through the sides of that needle, right? See it moving? And then when it's full, the fuel pushes the float like this, and then the spring assists and seats it. So I just did a test right before I came back on air. It was like I can blow through this and nothing's coming through. But if I take and I hold it like this, and I blow through it, then the air will go through. So it's doing its job, and it's because of that spring. Normally on like a Briggs & Stratton, Tecumseh, whatever like that, it doesn't have that spring. It's just on that little arm where the needle valve goes. So it's like critical that that thing is like supposed to be just exactly right there. Not so much because you can see the play in the spring. Anyways, long story short, we're good. We're done with that. So let's take in, put the emulsion tube back in. We cleaned that. We cleaned that. Use our super special screwdriver. Put that all the way back down under there. It's a lot of threads. Okay. Snug but not over tight. Look back down in there now. Make sure to turn the torch on. You can see in the middle, there's the emulsion tube sticking up right there in the middle, that little brass piece. Okay. This is me trying to find a suitable needle valve. I got millions of them. Anyways. So we are, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. This part here is all cleaned out, ready to rock. I'm happy with this. And then I just like to make this like, so if you ever need to take and drain the fuel, that you can actually have access to it from the front. So here's the throttle leakage. That goes to the back. So we want this bolt to be towards the front. Right about like that. Maybe cocked off to the side. This is not a jet like a Briggs & Stratton. So that's just the securing bolt, and it does have that little washer on there. So you gonna put that on there? That makes this carb 100%. We did the idle air, we did the emulsion tube, we did the jet from the bottom, cleaned all that crap up. There's the choke. It just sits on there like that. Boom, done. So we're ready to take and put this back on. I'm going to clean up the parts. So we're putting clean stuff back on there. And we don't know anything about the gears or any of this stuff. So because you always got to think about, take you off the tripod. You always got to think about like what made a machine die, what made them stop using it, you know? This is all supposed to be chain drive in here. It's got some like whatever fishing string and crap stuck on it. We're gonna take all those off, get all that stuff off of there. There's some string, just like whatever is in the ground. This thing's gonna obviously chew it up. So anyways, we got a way to start it. Double check the oil. I'm gonna get rid of this gas, put that into a container, give it fresh gas, do something with this, and then there's no reason why it shouldn't start on like first or second pull. That's just my opinion, but feeling pretty confident about all this. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up and then let's start the reassembly. Okay guys, time to start the reassembly. The only thing I do such long segments that I have to go back and review them before I end up piecing them all together. You can see here, I took and I put a little bit of tape around. This is just the breather tube that's going to go to the back of the carburetor. So before we actually do that, I got this. I want to get that old fuel out of there. I think it's going to be enough to hold it. So let's Where's my pliers? Oh, I just moved them. So I'm going to pinch this off again. I'm going to take this bolt out. We're going to capture this fuel. We want to just see it. We already know it's old and it's like death blood, but I'm going to look at it anyways. That's just the kind of people we are. It's barely dripping out of there. What's the deal? What's the deal, Neil? Well, we're gonna have to look at this thing together, I guess. I can put my finger in there. See it? It's like that. This should be running a whole lot faster than what it is. What's the deal, Neil? Makes me wonder if there's a fitting up here for, like, maybe there's a fuel filter, but I don't really want to take the tank off. I just don't want to. Can I go like this? Look at me. Look at me. Hold on. Can you see what I'm doing? It's raining. It's like pennies from heaven. I'm going to back this regulated air way off. Hold on. You're going to blow it up. No, I'm not going to blow it up. Hold on. What in the world is that guy doing? I'm regulating the air. So it's barely a whisper. Hear it? Just barely. Let's do this. See if we can't get some of that. It's going to shoot out all over the place because I'm an idiot. But that being said, I'm just trying to expedite the process of getting this gas out of there. Because I want to get access to that filter. This is a terrible idea. It's all coming up. It's all coming up on my hands. What if we go like this, and maybe whatever's the clog is, that'll move the clog away. No. Dadgummit. 1, 2, looks like 3 bolts, 4 bolts. Come on. Just get unclogged, would you? Yeah, the color's changing on it too. Crap. Okay, we tried it. It didn't really work. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That is like golden pea in there. All right. So what do we do now? Take and put the bolt back in, take the gas tank off. Say something. Somebody say something. Tell me what you want to do. I would love to just take and pull that right off of there. That is down to a drip. Alright. There's supposed to be a filter right there that goes inside here. Of course, there isn't one. there's that. Let me find another bolt or something to clog that with. That ain't good. Is this gonna do it? Yeah. I just put a little 1/4" extension on there. God gummit! Did not want to get this involved. So it looks like there's a bolt that comes through. You're not even seeing what I'm seeing. Let me fill you in. I put air up inside that gas tank. It did not help it. Take you off. Alright, this is what it looks like to me. That in here, part of that bracket right there, you need to take that bolt out of there in order for that part of the tank to come off. And we got a nut right there and a nut right there. And of course, in order to take the tank off, because Ernest the engineer, he decided to put the freaking oil dipstick right down through there. Look how high up that oil is. See that? Probably has gas down in the thing. So now we gotta undo this. Probably leave that part on there. Lift that out. Clean that up so dust doesn't get down inside of there. And then take the gas tank off. Clean out the gas tank. I am not gonna bore you with that. This is already getting way longer than I know you want to watch. So get you back on the tripod. And hold on. I'll be back. Okay, so there is a merciful God because he just let me delete a whole section. And I don't have to put you guys through it. Here's the fuel. Right here. You can't even see down through the bottom. It's so bad. We got flash. Here's a flashlight coming from the side. That's so bad. Now, looking down inside the tank, let's see if I can get you guys in the tank. You see all those little minnows swimming around in there? How can I do that? That tobacco, I'm gonna hit it with my belly because you got a phone in one hand, a flashlight in the other. See that? See all that like tobacco looking little fishies swimming around in there? All right, we got to get that out of there. So for sure, that's what is clogging that. What do you call it? I'm sure that these guys have got a filter. What the hell? I stepped on the air hose. It scared me. So we got to take this nut off of here. Let me put the lid back on the tank. I'm going to put this back on here. And there's where the oil dipstick goes through. Nice engineering there, Ernest. Those were the two capture 10 millimeters there. And I think I actually took one. Here's one of the bolts. Goes right here. Maybe top part of this secondary shroud. I did not need to take that off. But I didn't know that. So I needed to take and put that back in there. And then this is the other one on this side, which holds the gas tank on. So there's only actually three. Let's do this. Hopefully we can get a bunch of that, let's just call it tobacco or the minnows. We can get all those minnows out of there by taking this off. So usually there's a filter in there somewhere. There's that. Oh, my super duper special pliers. Take this one off. Sometimes the filter is right at the end, but not in this case. I don't want to put my mouth on there. What is that? What size? There's a bunch of, you see? Crap coming out of the hose. Let's figure this one out. I'm guessing a 15. Nope, it's going to be a 17. Ooh. You still in the picture? Yeah, I'll put you right in the middle. Okay. Let's see if this 17 will take that off. Definitely a 17. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. There's so much crap in there. I'm gonna have to dump that old gas, and then so you can see everything that's inside of here. Yeah, there's the filter. Whoops, sorry. Here is that filter. It would make a lot more sense to have a big old filter in line somewhere farther on down the line. But they didn't. So let's just take some air, go through here. Whoops. Clean that out. Just so that we have some kind of filtration. I'll take it, I'll put some carb spray up through there. Let's see, get up there. See if we can't get that cleared out. Here's this. This is just carb spray, you guys. Yeah. We can clean it out one way. Whoa, whoa! Back up. Yeah, it's coming out. Whoops, it's coming out. So that'll work. We'll be able to get that back in there. We'll check the flow before we actually hook it up to the carburetor. But now we want all that crap out of there. Hang on for 2 seconds. I got a special place for this shitty gas. Alright, I'm back. You guys all take a potty break? Go do something fun? Alright, let's see if we can get this. Oh yeah, come out of that hole. Might help if that was off, right? I don't know. I barely know what I'm doing. You can probably tell. Alright, so it's gonna take me a minute to clean that out, but this is what I want you guys to see. That the color is so terrible. Look over into the corners like when I'm rolling it. Wait a minute. How about you got a paper towel? Why don't you just take and pour that gas through a paper towel, then we can see it. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Because I know. I'm just going to take this. Get out of there. Stop. There we go. I'm just going to take this. Make like a little funnel out of it. Because it's the only place I got that'll capture more gas. I'm going to take and... Where's it going to run out of? There, 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 there. Oh, right here. So I have to hold it up like this. I cannot believe the amount of trouble I go through for you guys. Just because I love you, man. I love you. So there's you got my funnel. There's the outlet over there. You got my finger over that. Now, I'm just going to take and pour the gas back into the tank without all the minnows. It actually clogged the paper towel, you guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, there's that, there's that. I'm going to set the tank right up here. That I'm just going to go and do soap and water right after you see what was in there. Okay, you ready? Are you ready for this? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oops. That's what was in there. It's all very consistent. It looks like maybe if they put some kind of a lacquer on the inside of the tank. I don't know. I'm going to end up stopping you here in a minute anyways, but this is it. And there's a lot more in the gas tank. It's full. And they're all curled up. You know, like paint, like when paint is peeling and stuff. So I don't know. This might be a common problem with these, if these guys put some kind of stupid lacquer. See it? There's a whole bunch. There's a ton more of it in there. So I'm going to go wash that out. That's the part over there in the corner. If you can see, that's like where the filter goes, over in that corner. So there's a ton of it. All right, I'm going to get this all cleaned out, guys. And then we'll definitely start the reassembly. Isn't that crazy? I think I have a carburetor problem. Yeah, you do. Okay, so I took it and I washed it out. But look, we got a little drama. We got a little drama. We got a little problem. Let's see if I can get you in here. Without the camera flipping upside down. Okay, look. I'm trying to get the flashlight. You might be able to see a little bit of brown stuff over in the corners. There, I'm looking right at it. Give you a torch. You can see in there. You can see a little bit over there. That's more of that varnish that did not come off. And so that means after I go and sell this thing, that if that stuff goes and clogs up that little teeny tiny filter, there's a shitload right there. What that round thing, I don't know what that round thing is, but you can see there's still a bunch in there. So like, well, how are you going to get that out of there? I'm going to show you. It's only going to take about 5 minutes. And I'm not going to film it, but I'll show you what I do. I have this box full of nuts. What I do is I take a magnet, because I only want the ones that I'll be able to retrieve. So if it picks up on the magnet, I'll be able to get them out of there. Make sure that you've already washed out the gas tank, because we're going to shake the living bejesus out of this. And you don't want to make any sparks or anything. Blow yourself up. So that's why I'm using the magnet, so that I'm only picking up, I'm only picking up steel. And then I'm going to dump in a little bit of dish detergent. Put some water in here. Shake the living silliness out of it. And then we're going to come back and we're going to see if we got all that rust up. Rust, varnish, whatever. You see what I'm doing there? Make sure. Yeah. And then now we're going to put a little bit of this in there. A little soap. Where's the lid? I need the lid. And then obviously I'm just going to take and put some water in it. See if you guys are still in the picture. I'm going to take and put water in there and hold my finger over that right there. And then we'll come back and make sure that we got all the rust out of there, or varnish, whatever it is. But that's the plan. Okay. Be right back. Okay, guys, more drama. This is why you can't do skip every 15 seconds through my videos. Okay, so let's turn on the light. There's that. So now you can see down inside of there, we scrubbed a lot of that stuff off of there. There's a little bit left over in that corner. The big stuff that was over in that corner has all now been released and washed out. And then here's the other thing. Remember that little round circle thing that was in there? Evidently that's a magnet. Because now all the bolts and stuff are stuck over there on that magnet. So I got to try to, now I'm going to take my little magnetic wand and see if my magnet's going to be stronger than their magnet. Why do you put a magnet in a so now I'm going to take and pull them all out one by one. Okay, when I get that done, I'm going to put the filter back in, and then we'll be ready to go. Just want to show you. Yeah, that's a magnet. That round thing right over there at the end of my finger, that's a magnet in there. Anyways, all right. So it's all dried out on the inside. Got the filter back on it. Hold on. Starting to get too much crap in the way. So now we're just going to take in, since we're going to put this back on, I want to take in and clean it up. You guys all know the secret, the super secret that you pass on down to your kids. A little WD-40 on a rag. I'm going to go back here, we're going to clean up. Shine up this tank a little bit. I don't care about every single little inch of it, but like I said, I'm going to use it once and then we're going to sell it. So I do want it to look pretty decent. Little WD all the time. Kind of like, what do you call it? Armor all for small engines. It works pretty good. And it lasts a long time. Still got to power wash it before it gets sold. There we go. Alright, you gotta take and put that one bolt back. This cover, that's what those two big screws are, right? Right there and there is to take and lift that cover off. We'll see if we have any trouble putting the dipstick up through the tank. If we don't, then that'll be fine. Otherwise, we'll pull that cover to make life a little bit easier. Alright. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Go looking for whatever the problems are. And when you find them, just take care of them. I'm just getting the dirt off of this dipstick a little bit because they will see that. Okay. There's that. We got the screw. Let's go ahead and put the tank back on. Oh. Gotta put this one stupid nut back in here, you guys. On the wrong side. Let me see. It goes right there. Just gonna get a thread started. I didn't know I didn't need to take that off, but it's done. Did I bump you? No. Gas tank goes on here like this. Oops, wait a minute. Lining up the bolts, lining up the dipstick hole. There's that. Oh yeah, right there. There's that. Okay, I gotta move you. So you got that one. Now it's just these two. What an ordeal. I wonder what that was. Some kind of, it definitely looked like varnish. Do you think it could possibly just be straight gas that sat in there for so long? Maybe the guy didn't buy it, you know, new. He bought it off of somebody else, was using it, and then the carburetor got clogged, and it was like obviously majorly clogged. We've taken care of all those problems. It's got a little wobble. What do you call it? Extension on here for that. Okay. So that part's all cleaned and dried out. Let's see how we're looking for here. Alright, so fuel line's got to go up underneath of that piece right there. Do I remember if it goes like this We'll set the carburetor on there and then we'll figure it out. Alright, there's the choke. Okay, real easy to take into, whoops, sorry. Real easy to take and do the linkage on this because, light on, that big hole up top, that's where the throttle goes, and then that small hole right there at the end of my thumb, that's where the, what do you call it, the governor spring assist goes. So we're going to take and hook all this stuff up. I'll make sure that I can still get that spring. There's that. There's the throttle, there's the choke. So I know that's right. There's those two holes. I'm opening the throttle so that I can get this linkage down in there. That's in. And put the governor spring in the hole. That's in. The gasket is there. Slide that closed. That looks good. So there's the big curve, so that's going to end up going down there on that. Let's put that on first. See if we can get that on there first. Where's my special pliers? Where'd they go? Oh, I cleaned up and put them away, remember? Grab that. That's all the way on. We'll take some needle nose. Slide this clamp back on where it goes. That's good. Before I mess myself up, I want to take and you can see up here, this is where this fuel line is going to go. Wonder if my life would have been easier if I had whoops, put that on there first. I'm just going to bend this little bracket out of the way. And I'll put that gas line on there. Okay, come on, baby. You do not want to have that little piece sticking out. I'm trying to work it up there all the way it can. There it goes. Nice and tight. Pull that clamp. Oops. I know I'm in your way. I always am. Whoops. Okay. Connected there, filter's clean, tank is clean, connected back up down to here, linkage is all on. So now we got to take and stick this carburetor on there. Got all the pieces. Gotta put the choke back on. There's the choke lever. Here is this piece, there's that cutout matches. Oops, sorry. That little cutout right there on the left matches that cutout right there. Let's see. Does it go like this? There's the cutout for there. There's that hole right there. We're not blocking anything. I wonder if you put it on backwards, if it would look totally messed up. Yeah, if you put it on there, it would just look, it's pretty obvious that it would look wrong. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to go like this. That's on there like that. This is it, that piece that kind of threw us for a loop. This piece right here gets that nut right up there on the top, remember? And then I put tape on the oil. So that's got to go on there too. Here we go. There's that. There's that. And you get this oil tube up on there. Oh, it's way back there. I see it. I see it. It almost wants to go on there by itself when you're pushing this in, but not quite. Okay. That's on there. Where is, we got my tray of nuts and bolts and screws over here. So here's the nut for the top. This needs to get pushed in just a squidge. Not lining up 100%. That's free and clear. That's not binding. That's not binding. There it is. It's kind of got to help it a little bit. You get that one started, and then put these two cap nuts on the end, and then that should pull it in tight enough for that. Where's the impact? 100%, 100%, boys. There's that. There's that. Oh yeah. It's lining right up perfect up there. But unless you're a highly trained professional, which I'm not, I don't use impacts to put stuff back on. That's snug. That's snug. That's snug. That is that tricky little gasket that was up in there from before. That has the two screws going down. So that means that goes up there like that somehow. There it is. Remember that? 2 Phillips. Got them right here in my tray. Put it in the comments right now, boys. Think she's going to start up on the first or the second pull? I got my money on the first pull. Big money coming at you. Big money. Come on. down the hole. Hold on. It's higher than my line of sight. So I don't know what my deal is. There we go. There's that. There's that. That's all back on. Choke's working. Throttle's working. Pull starter's done. Fuel tank is clean and clear. Blow out this air filter. Just blew out the pre-filter, and the inside's still looking great. So you get to take and put that back on there. Double cap right there, and then it locks in right there. I think we should change the oil, guys. And I'm not going to tip it over and dump it out of that. I am going to take and drain it right out of here. So let's get these tools out of the way. Start draining it. I know there's going to be, I saw in a video for this, is like it's supposed to hold 20 ounces. 20 ounces is full. Hit my head on the handle. I'm just dropping that in there and I'm going to take a look. It's right where it wants to be, but you know what? Let's just start it up. And then hold on, Nelly. We got this, we got this, we got this. There's that one. I almost forgot one. That screw right there. Bolt, whatever. That bolt right there. Or that one right there. $10 mil. Yeah. Power washer is just going to take and knock all this stuff off real easy, you guys. So I'm not too worried about that. Don't know how long it sat. Don't know if the belt's got a memory. Don't even know for that matter if the transmission is all in one piece. And don't forget, today is not sponsored by PJ at struggleville.net, but you really should go and check out his channel. Let's put some gas on it, just drop it down, try to start it. Cold. We're not fudging anything here, you guys. And I'm just assuming, you know what happens when we assume, you know what happens. I gotta lower that down, and then I need my gas can. Hold on. I guess the one good thing about doing these longer ones, the wide ones, is that if something doesn't work out, hey look, oh, forget it, I dropped it. It was a Welch plug from a carburetor. Wonder where that came from. Jeez. I'm not really sure. Alright. Get these tools out of the way. There's that. Because if a disaster was ever going to strike, it's probably be a good time, right? Right or am I right? Don't fall down. Nice and slow. Oh, I hear somebody coming. I gotta shut off the video. Ah! Boop. Okay, sorry about that. Two crazies were coming in. Now, I lost the filter out of that. Bringing it down real slow because I don't want it to hop, have the momentum, make it jump off the, what do you call it, the table. Don't forget to write down or in the comments if you think you know what a 210 Centurion is. I'm really interested if there's any other people like me out there. Haha. And we're gonna know right off the bat if all that extra effort on the carburetor was worth it. I'm sure it was, but okay, it's probably about, I don't know, third, maybe half. Come on, Chonda Honda. Okay. Let's see where we stand. Let's see where we stand. We're all going to learn together. So it's got gas in it. There is no shut off. So that should be, that bowl should be full by now. There's choke off. There's choke on. That's ignition off. I'm going to set that just a little bit above like the rabbit speed. The only bad part, I guess, would be like if that belt has a memory and it wants to try to start augering while it's on top of here. That would suck. Because I'm standing right in front of it. Alright. Here we go. Pause. Put in the comments 1 pull or 2. And then be able to brag to your friends. When starting, place free hand here. I guess that's it. One pull. Just gonna let it warm up. That's not good. I'm just firing up the fan to get the smoke out of here. Gosh, what would make it do that? Try choking it. See what happens again. It sure sounded like a, well, I don't know. Normally, like on a fuel starvation, it goes, vroom, vroom, vroom. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's running at half choke, 1/3 choke right now, so it's definitely looking for more fuel. I feel good about everything except for that crappy little filter that's in the line. So let's let it run for a minute and then see what happens. And we can check the transmission, but that's a winner in my book. Okay, I'm killing myself in here. Look at all that smoke. So anyways, I'm sure that smoke was because, like I said, when I transported it, I got the oil out of the case and, you know, all over the place. So there might still be some like over in the muffler and whatnot. So I'm sure that's going to burn off. When it was just running right now at full tilt, it wasn't starving for the gas. So that could be like the oil that was on the spark plug or whatever. I think it just needs to be used, power wash, and then used. And then I'll end up posting another video showing it being used. And then if somebody buys it, show how that works. All in real time, provided that the customer will let us put them on film. So. Alright guys, that was it. That was kind of fun. Thanks for watching. And now I gotta go watch Super Bowl, and then I guess tomorrow I'll work on those 5 pieces that you saw earlier in this video. So, alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate you. Please leave a comment, good, bad, otherwise. I don't really care. And we'll catch you on the next one. That's it. I'm done making money. I'm out. So this is going to be the real ending, guys, because remember I said in the beginning, anyways, this, you're going to make sure that the manual goes with this. But, so we bought it for 200 bucks. We're going to ask 400. Somebody talks us down to 350. That's fine. Yeah, I'll deliver. And then it comes with a 90-day warranty on the engine. If they break shear pins or something like that out of the blades, then that's not on me. That's on them. So it's been about, I just watched the whole video, all the pieces together, and just getting ready to publish it now. It'll probably be uploading while I'm watching the first part of the Super Bowl. But like I said, we bought it for 200 bucks. We did not put anything into it. No fuel lines, no nothing. We're gonna be into it for, I don't know, like what, maybe another $8 or something, because I'm definitely going to run it again, you know, use it, give it a fresh oil change. I did not check the spark plug, but I'll check that before it gets sold to the whoever the new owner is. So we're into this thing for about, I don't know, call it $210. That's it. Filter was still looking good. I mean, everything was just looking. It looks good. It's a used machine, but it looks really, really good. I'm happy with it. So one more time, put the choke on it, put a little bit of speed on it. Let's see if it starts. That's a winner. Okay, there will be a follow-up video to this showing it being used, and then if whoever the new owner is lets them be on video, then we'll put them on there. So we're basically just going to become close to hopefully doubling our money. So thanks for watching again, you guys. I appreciate it. Go Bengals. And hey, Technical Gary, happy Super Bowl. All right, talk to you guys later. That's it. I'm done. I'm out.